Good morning, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. In today's class, what we're going to do is I'm going to practice some variety of questions regarding ICAT examination so that we know what different type of questions can come in the ICAT exam very soon. So I hope that you all are preparing well. Please keep on practicing, work on time management, and this will surely help you guys to score well. Focus on reading the question. Everything you know, you have learned, just revise those concepts and try to apply those in the questions you're doing. Alright, so let's begin. So let's begin with the first question. I've taken a different paper this time. I'm doing 2019 mathematics contest paper. Earlier we were doing 2018. I want to give you guys different taste of the questions we're gonna see in the paper. Each paper is composed of 30 questions, so we won't be able to complete all 30 questions of all the papers, but we can just do one thing and we can see different papers so that we know what questions can come. So over here you can read the question. The question says that there are 12 players on a new football team. Before the team starts playing games, the team must pay a total registration fee of $572. Along with the registration fee, the team will also spend a total of 1,240 on equipments. So what is so reading this thing you are getting the scenario कि जो भी team जो start हुई है उसको first registration करनी होगी and for that they need to have this much money $572. Then after that the team will be spending $1240 on the equipments. So this means that we need to have this much amount. The team players must have this much amount. To pay the cost of the registration fee and the equipment, the players held a car wash. अब उन्होंने क्या किया इन तमाम फीस को पे करने के लिए of course they need to have some money, right? So they have held a car wash. उन्होंने car wash organize किया and they were able to raise $786. So when you're doing the paper, what you guys can do, you'll be given an blank paper. So what you will be doing, you'll be making notes there. So what we will be doing is we're going to underline the important things. First, we are given the number of players. We know that we need to have $572 for registration and $1,240 for the equipment. And how much they have raised? They were able to get the money $786. Now they have decided to sell. So what now they're going to do is after organizing a car wash, अब वो क्या करने वाले हैं? अब वो candles को sell करेंगे. And they're telling us that each candle is for $9.50 to cover the remaining cost. If each player sells the same amount of candles, how many candles must each player sell? कहने कि अगर हर player same amounts of candles को sell करता है तो कितनी candles वो sell करेगा? So पहले हमें बहुत सारी calculations करनी है. First, I don't have much space on the screen. So what you guys will be doing, you'll be working on the paper. First हम calculate करते हैं कि उसको total cost है कितनी. So let's add up $572 plus $1,240. So you see we're getting the answer, that is 1752. This is the total cost of all the registration, all the things, equipments they need to get. That's the total cost. From this car wash करने के बाद how much have they raised up? They have raised up $786. तो अब मुझे पता लगाना है कि कितनी बाकी cost है. So what I'll do, I'll subtract the two. 1752 subtracted by 786. I'm left over with how much? I'm left over with $966. So $966. अब मुझे इतने पैसे जो है ना अब किसी तरीके से मुझे अर्न करने हैं, ठीक है? तो उन्होंने कैसे अर्न करने की कोशिश की? What they have done is they have taken the candles, ठीक है? याद रहे कि there are 12 players and now they need to sell the candles and each candle is for $9.50. पहली बात, मुझे अगर 966 क्या कहते हैं डॉलर्स चाहिए, तो मैं कैसे अर्न करूँ? पहली बात, हम पहले कुछ कैलकुलेशन करेंगे कैंडल के साथ. So what I'm going to do is I need dollar 966 is my target amount I need to get. How will I get it? We know that if one candle is for 9.50, अगर मैं दुकानदार को $966 दे रही हूँ तो मेरे पास कितनी कैंडल्स आएंगी? ऐसा होता है ना कि आप लोग कहते तो मुझे 1000 रुपये की चिप्स दे दो. आपको पता है कि एक चिप्स जो है बेसिकली 5 रुपीज़ की है, लेकिन आपने कहा 1000 रुपये की चिप्स दो, तो कैसे करोगे? मैंने what I've done is I know that one candle is for $950, but I have dollar 966 with me. अब मुझे नहीं पता कितनी भी आएंगी. मैं दुकानदार के पास गई, मैंने कहा मुझे इतने पैसे, मुझे इतनी कैंडल्स दे दो. So what I've done is after cross multiplying, I will get the answer. I'm writing it up here. So basically 966 divided by $9.5, I will be getting my answer like, let me erase the down part. I will be getting my answer somewhat like 101.62 and all on. मुझे पता कि ये हमारे पास एक नंबर आ गया, बट दिस इज अ डेसिमल नंबर. ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं है कि हमारे पास आधी आधी कैंडल्स हो, फुली कैंडल्स हो. Basically what we having candle number of candles. So basically how many candles we have? We have 102 कैंडल्स. मतलब अगर मैं दुकानदार को $966 कैंडल्स क्या कहते हैं पैसे दूंगी, सो ही विल गिव मी 102 कैंडल्स बैक. अब मुझे डिसाइड करना है कि ये कितने कितने कितनी कितनी कैंडल्स हर एक खिलाड़ी इसको सेल करेगा. लाइक हाउ मेनी कैंडल्स विल ईच अ प्लेयर सेल. सो व्हाट आई एम गोना डू इज मैं इसको अरेंज करूंगी. लेट्स मेक प्लेयर्स हियर फॉर अस. We have 12 players. So 1 player, 2 player, 3 player, 4 player, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we will keep on dividing, but if we keep on dividing it this way, this will take a lot of time. So we know that we have 12 players. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 102 candles equally between 12 players. So now let's look for the answer. So 102 divided by 12 gives me 8.5, and if I round it off I'm going to get 9. मतलब basically हर प्लेयर को कितनी सेल करनी है? 9 सेल करनी है. अब हम चेक करते हैं कि क्या are we doing it correctly or not? Are we able to accomplish the amount we are getting? So let's check it out. जब आपके पास एक आंसर आ जाए उसको चेक भी करा करें कि क्या हमारा आंसर मैच कर रहे हैं. First of all, we already have 786 dollars. We already have this. What we don't have is we don't have dollar 966. मुझे किसी तरीके से ये अमाउंट चाहिए. मुझे पता कि अगर एक खिलाड़ी, if one player will be selling 9 candles, we have 12 players. तो 12 प्लेयर्स के पास कितनी हो जाएगी कैंडल्स? ये तो एक कैंडल, ये तो एक खिलाड़ी की है ना. So basically if we have 12 players, so how many candles will we have altogether? We will be having, so actually this is the amount of candles one player has. What about 12 players? So we know that multiply by 12. So 9 into 12 gives me. So if I want to know how many players altogether, how many candles will all players be having, so I multiply 9 into 12, I will get 108. Now I need to know कि basically अगर हर प्लेयर के पास 9 कैंडल्स है और अगर 12 प्लेयर्स के पास 108 कैंडल्स हैं, तो इन सबको बेचने से उनके पास कितनी अमाउंट आएगी? How much amount will they be able to raise up if they sell all these candles? So we know that one candle is for 9.5. So 108 candles will be for how much? So let's cross multiply. So you can see that 9.5, I'm doing it up, maybe down here. So 9.5 multiplied by 108. So what you will be getting the answer is, I'm going to raise the upper part here. So you will be getting, so you will be getting 108, sorry, $1028. This is the amount they're gonna get after selling these candles. तो अगर हम देखें तो हमारे पास इन कैंडल से इतनी अमाउंट बन रही है. इफ यू रिमेंबर, उनके पास पहले भी कुछ अमाउंट है. इफ यू रिमेंबर, they have raised $786 from Carvo. So if I add the two, if I add 786 plus 1028, sorry, 26, it's not 8, it's 26. What I'm gonna get is, so you can see that we are getting 1026 plus 786, we are getting $1816. Oops, it's 1812. So now if you see कि हम लोगों ने जो earning की है, it is more than what we needed. हमें कितने पैसे required थे? We were requiring $1752. You can see कि हम लोगों ने पैसे accomplish भी ज़्यादा कर लिए हैं और हमारी requirement भी fulfill हो गई. We are earning extra money from that. What you can do is you can try your calculations. You can go back and check with 5. चेक करो कि 5 कैंडल्स पर प्लेयर्स के निकाले, फिर मल्टीप्लाई करें. आर यू गोइंग टू अचीव योर अमाउंट? 7 से चेक करें, 11 से चेक करें. You will see that your best answer is going to be C. The next question is, Arnold's entire workout consisted of 10 minutes of warm-up exercises. So we will write down everything as we read. So warm-up exercises, warm-up is for 10 minutes. Lifting weights for 25 minutes. Treadmills for basically 50 minutes. Now what we need to do is we need to calculate the number of minutes, the ratio. We need to compare the two quantities. What was the ratio of the number of minutes he lifted the weights? कि किसने कितने minutes उसने weights उठाए, comparing it to the entire workout. So first let's continue. Let's calculate उसने total कितना workout किया. So 10 plus 25 plus 15 gives us 50. So this was his total workout, and I'm going to compare it with the number of minutes he has lifted weights. So we know that he has lifted weights for 25 minutes. So here it comes 25. We know that 25 and 50 seems to be coming in the same table, in table of 5. So 5 ones are is 5, 5 tens are is 50. Again 5 ones are is 5 and 5 twos are is 10. So you can see that your correct answer is part B, that is 1:2. Next question, question number 8. A punch recipe requires 2 cups of cranberry juice to make 3 gallons of punch. You can see, I think this is a direct or inverse proportion question. So for those who had doubt in direct and inverse proportion, again I'm repeating it for them. What is direct proportion? When one thing increases, the other thing increases. If one thing decreases, the other thing will also decrease. What about inverse proportion? If one thing is increasing, the other thing will decrease automatically, right? This is something about direct and inverse proportion. If you see here, let's read it out here. A punch recipe requires 2 cups of cranberry juice to make 3 gallons of punch. अगर मुझे पंच बनाना है 3 gallons का, तो मुझे यहाँ पर 2 cups of cranberry juice चाहिए होंगे. ठीक है? So you all can see that can, as you're reading here, to make 3 gallons of punch, we need to have 2 cups of cranberry juice. So they're asking us in the same recipe, what is going to be the amount of cranberry juice we require for making 1 gallon of punch. So as we are using proportion here. So first we'll make the data for cups separately, and then for the gallons. Now we know that 2 cups will make 3 gallons of punch. So we need to know how many cups will make up 1 gallon. So we know that जितना ज़्यादा हम लोग कप यूज़ करेंगे उतना ज़्यादा गैलन्स बनेंगे, जितने कम कप्स यूज़ करेंगे उतना कम गैलन बनेगा. So we know that there is direct proportion, so cross multiplication. 3 into x is 3x is equals to 2 1s is 2. X is equals to 2 upon 3. So as you can see, the correct answer is option D, which is 3 cups. Now coming towards the next question. The next question says us that the point plotted on the coordinate grid shows different locations in the cities. ये हमारे पास ग्राफ तो है, लेकिन जो पॉइंट्स प्लॉट हुए हैं ये हमें डिफरेंट सिटीज की लोकेशन बता रहे हैं. ठीक है. The city plans to build a parking lot at the location represented by the coordinates 8, 4. कह रहे हैं कि उनको एक पार्किंग लॉट बनाना है. कहाँ बनाना है? 8, 4. हमें पता है कि 8 is the x-axis value, 8 is the x-axis value and 4 is the y-axis value. So हम पहले देखते हैं कि x पे 8 कहाँ है. It is right here. I'm gonna draw a line at 8. And where is 4 on the y-axis? It is here. So now I'll be drawing a line here as well. As you see, we're getting a line here. अब जहाँ पे दो lines cross होती हैं, we will draw a line here. So you can see it's right here. So you can see the position of the point here. तो कह रहे हैं यहाँ पर हमें parking lot बनाना है. Now the question is, which building is the shortest driving distance from the parking lot? कह रहे हैं कि कौन सी building है इसके आसपास जो इससे बिल्कुल करीब है, सबसे shortest distance है. If you see the museum, we will need to cross these 2 blocks and then we'll be able to walk a bit and then we'll reach the cross. अगर हम देखें पोस्ट ऑफिस तो हमें दोबारा से एक बॉक्स क्रॉस करके नीचे, बल्कि 2 बॉक्सेस क्रॉस करके नीचे आना होगा. But if you see the library, we just need to walk 3 steps and then we'll be reaching the parking lot. So the best answer is the library. That is option number B. So B is the answer. Next, if you see here, the next question, question number 10. A company paid $48 for 2 cases of printer paper. कह रहे हैं कि printer papers का set उन्होंने लिया और 2 cases लिए. So for 2 cases of printer paper, they have paid. So for 2 cases of $48. Now they're telling us that each case contained 12 packages of papers. कह रहे हैं कि उन्होंने 2 boxes खरीदे प्रिंटर पेपर्स के और वो उनको कितनी इसकी कॉस्ट पड़ी? $48 कॉस्ट पड़ी. कह रहे हैं कि उन 2 डब्बों में 12 पैकेज थे पेपर्स के. Next month, the company's officer manager needs to order 180 packages of the same paper. अब उनको 180 जो है ना पेपर के पैकेजेस चाहिए, उनको डब्बे नहीं चाहिए, उनको पैकेजेस चाहिए. If the price per package does not change, अगर प्राइस चेंज नहीं हो रही है, what would be the cost of the next month's order? क्या कॉस्ट होगी? So again, let's look at this carefully. मुझे पता है कि if for 2 cases 48 है और 2 cases of printer हैं, ठीक है, और हर केस में कितने हैं? 12 पैकेजेस ऑफ पेपर्स हैं. तो इसका मतलब है कि अगर 2 केसेस हैं तो दोनों केसेस में मिलाकर कितने पैकेजेस ऑफ पेपर होंगे? सो वी नो दैट one case has 12. So 2 cases 24. So you can see that we are getting 24 packages of paper. Now the next month they need to order 180 packages. तो अगर मुझे नेक्स्ट मंथ 180 पैकेजेस ऑर्डर करने हैं तो हम यहाँ पर भी प्रोपोर्शन इस्तेमाल करेंगे. मुझे पता है कि एक बॉक्स में कितने पैकेजेस हैं? 12 हैं. सो इफ वन बॉक्स हैज़ 12 पैकेजेस तो मुझे 180 पैकेजेस चाहिए. तो कितने बॉक्सेस आएंगे? आई नीड टू नो दैट. Let's cross multiply. So 180 divided by 12. So 180 upon 12 gives me 15, मतलब 15 boxes आएंगे. अब मुझे कॉस्ट पता लगाने की भी कितनी कॉस्ट पड़ने वाली है. ये तो पता चलेगा कि इतने बॉक्सेस आने वाला. मुझे इसकी प्राइस पता लगानी है. मुझे पता है कि 2 बॉक्सेस की प्राइस कितनी है. Prices of 2 boxes is basically 2 boxes cost $48. तो 15 boxes की प्राइस कितनी होगी. We need to calculate, again cross multiply. So 15 multiplied by 48. 15 multiplied by 48 gives me 720. 720 divided by 2 gives me